Good morning. What day is it? Hump day. Mike. So we start our Life Mastery tonight, the first virtual Life Mastery. These events are usually held in Fiji or Hawaii, Florida, Tenerife, or Tenerife, however you pronounce it. Beautiful places. And it usually starts out with a pole jump where you have to climb a 40-foot telephone pole and stand on top and then jump off and grab a trapeze. And you're all harnessed up so you don't fall, but you still have to climb up and do it, or at least try. And so I did this a year ago, June. And, we start our UPW events with a fire walk. And, these things are metaphors, right? They're not designed to like teach you new tricks. They're designed to, give you an experience that you can do something that you don't think that you can do, and to teach you how to break through and to teach you about yourself. And, one of the things that we have to, as trainers and senior leaders, teach our crew is, like when there's a fire walk, when they start the fire at a UPW, those of us that have done those events, a bunch of times, we can't wait for the fire walk. We love doing the fire walk. Because we've done it so many times. We've conditioned ourselves to have these associations to fire, and we just, they light that fire. They get these huge piles of wood and they light them on fire, and we're like moths to a flame. We just are attracted to this fire and can't wait for the whole thing. And so when we train to do the fire lanes and get people across the fire, obviously we train incredibly hard because we want everybody across safely. So there's a tremendous amount of training that goes on for 2 days about how to do that. But then at the end of that, what we have to do is we have to train people to understand that not everybody is going to walk the fire. As much as we want them all to do it, and as much as we think they should do it, and for us it made a huge difference in our lives, there's going to be some people who walk the fire and it's not going to mean anything. It's going to be a story that they tell at a bar. And then there's going to be some people that get up there and no matter what you do, they don't walk. And what you have to remind yourself is that that's their journey. So tonight we can't do the pole jump, so we're going to do an ice bath challenge. That's what we're going to do tonight. And one of the things that we're going to have to remind everybody is whatever everybody does, then that is their journey. And we have to remember that as humans, as we deal with friends, as we deal with children, as we deal with spouses. We all have an idea of what, life should be. And we certainly have an idea of what our friends' life should be and what our kids' lives should be. But our idea is not their idea. And, those people that show up to the fire and decide not to walk, then they have to go home and then they have to deal with that reality, that that's the choice that they made. And based upon that and their response to that, that's going to decide their life. The point is, we can't impose our beliefs about what they should do on them. We need to be there to support them in their journey however they need us. And tonight, if there's, 4 people on my team that decide I'm not going to do the ice bath, then that's their choice and that's their journey. But that doesn't mean I stop supporting them. So one of the things that we have to remember when we're dealing with family, when we're dealing with children, is their life is not our life. And even though we might make certain decisions that they don't or do something in a different way, that doesn't mean they're wrong. And that doesn't mean that we should be angry with them or punish them their life is their journey. I was raised Catholic, and, Catholics, and a lot of religions do this, but Catholics are great at, you have to live your life in the way that we think that you should live your life, and I'm talking about the people, not necessarily the church, but, when you go to a Catholic high school, it's you have to do what we tell you to do, or, you're wrong and you're bad and you're evil and you're going to not get our support and you're going to not get our love and you're going to not get our, you have to follow the path. And if you don't follow the path, there's punishment. But the reality is everybody's got their own path and everybody is on their own journey. And, one of the things to look at is, are they happy? Because if they're happy, even if their choices aren't your choices, who are you to say as to how they're going to live their life? If you have a child, that's one of the greatest, I think, opportunities and challenges is to remember that they're going to do their life in their way. And as much as you look at this and go, why don't you do this and this and this? And maybe you're not doing that with your child, but if you are, they have to figure out their path. And part of that path is to make mistakes. And part of that path is to learn lessons. And we can't do everything for them. So as I was talking to other senior leaders and trainers and getting ready for the Ice Bath Challenge tonight, I was remembering that lesson and having a conversation with somebody about somebody. And that made sense to share with me today. We are all on our journey. And our journey is our journey. And we get to decide how that is and what that is. And with the people that are around us, especially family members, their journey is their journey. And, you could choose that if they don't make the same choices as you, that you're not going to love them and support them. And we've seen that with family members a lot. If a child turns out to be gay, I'm going to disown that child. If all of a sudden now somebody's transgender, then I'm not going to support that. Or this child decided not to go to college, well, then I'm not going to support that. But the people that make those choices, are they happy when they make those choices? Does that make everybody happy? Does it help anything ever? And at the end of their lives, are they really... do they really believe that was the right choice to do? I even if they still are stubborn and stay with that choice, I doubt that they really look back and decide that was the right thing to do. So my lesson today is for all of us to remember that everybody is on their journey. And their path and their journey is their decision. And if you really support somebody, love somebody, want to be there for somebody, you're going to support them in every way. You're going to support them along that path, no matter where they are on that journey. Even if they make a decision that you don't agree with, and that doesn't mean that you don't empower, that doesn't mean that you don't become, part of the fun and dysfunctional. If you've got a friend that's an addict, well, you don't support the addiction, okay? But that doesn't mean when the time comes that you don't give them the support that you can to try to get out of that, no matter how many times that they've tried. We all have our path. And if you really are supporting somebody, you're going to support them on their path, whatever their journey is. And I think the litmus test is, are they happy? Because you know what? If they're happy in their situation, who are we to say that it's the wrong choices for them? If they're happy, it's probably the right choices for them, even if it's not the right choices for us. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Hump Day. Good morning to everybody. Thanks for watching. And I will see you tomorrow morning, even though it'll be on a short amount of sleep. That is okay. Our seminar goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I will still be there with lots of new lessons. We have 15 speakers, all live from around the world on all kinds of new topics. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be exciting. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.